Hello everyone, and today's Throwback Thursday is a really long throwback to October 2011 when I initiated my club buddies to the wonderful world that is facts. It's a huge fancy anime, comics, toys and science fiction, hence the name. Convention in Flanders Expo. Over the years it has grown exponentially compared to what it was back then, but still. For us wargamers, Salute and Crisis are normally the largest show around, and I managed to convince the Farside to go along. So the whole Farside in its glory was a creepy Corridor Andy, then myself with a Pikachu hat, the late Sergeant Looney Bjorn next to it, then my nemesis Centurion guy, then Mr. Scratch, and in front was the Mechaniac lying. So, by the way, for those who had asked back then, it wasn't for sale on the event. I had the Pikachu hat already before. If you see my Throwback Thursday for Salute that year, it's already featured. So yeah, their jaws basically dropped open, so the queue at the morning was a whole football pitch long, because Flanders Expo is a huge venue. Yet it filed in under 15 minutes due to advance tickets ordering. Now I must say, these days with many more people going there, it's no longer like that. But well, the first 5,000 people were arriving the early hours alone. By the way, we're talking 20,000 people these days of facts. Back then we were talking 7,000 to 8,000, so it was a small convention compared to Americans like Comic-Con, but back then it was really huge in Belgium already. So we have a look around with the trader and dealer halls. So there were two of these, as in the expo counted 3 halls for the event alone, and one hall was about the size of the whole Kinepolis movie complex we have in Antwerp, that we used for a Crisis in those years. So it was a big variation of traders. You got, of course, your anime figures, your merchandise, a lot of comics. You had bags, so yeah, it was really busy. It's of course also about cosplaying. These days, way more than then. I would say back in the days, 1 in 10 was cosplaying, and these days 7 out of 10. So yeah, I never got around to actually cosplaying, even though I had plans to make a Saint Seiya armor. It never materialized. I'm not handy enough. I'll just stick with painting miniatures. But yeah, I had some very nice cosplays going around, like the Freddy Krueger one. There's some Gurren Lagann, and yeah, well, a bit of everything. Pirates of the Caribbean, of course, are always present. You also had, well, the Sith. I didn't see this Sith variation in any of the Star Wars lore yet, but who knows? She might have had an idea for something that still had to come. So in the third hall, most of the clubs were located, as well as a heap of video games. Back then, companies like Ubisoft came there to present new games and everything. And on the main stage, there was also a cosplay competition. So yeah. It was a bit of everything. There was even war games from the local Ghent club, the Thunderbolts. I actually don't know if they still exist, but well, they were there back then. And that brings well, there were also some drips and drabs that caught my eye, like this Beast cosplayer, or of course this venerable M41 pulse rifle from Aliens. It must be the coolest looking sci-fi gun ever made, but it costed 790 euros over 10 years ago, and that was yeah, really over my budget for a decoration piece, though it might have seemed handy at the show. It was also the show where the pinball games came back in Belgium. These days you got like 20 of them, there were like 2. At the dancing games, yeah, you had the Visitor fan club, so you better hide your hamsters if you went there. The R2-D2 fan and Builders Club was present. You had the Power Ranger fan club. You could play Pokemon games, get tutorials in how to craft helmets and everything from glass fiber. We did wonder where the Space Invader screen ended in a Mechaniac sweater started, but yeah, I also must say I have quite strange friends, because I don't know what Andy was trying to do here with the lady. But Freddy intervened, and well, he better slaughter those Scream Queens. This was also a pretty nice thing. Were World of Warcraft cosplayers, love their armors. So yeah, of course I had a heap of loot. I'm not gonna go over that in detail because, well, looking back, I think I still have everything bar the comics. Yeah, the comics are gone. All the rest I still have lying around: the Gundam manga and the Myth Cloth and some Senseiya manga. So yeah, okay, that is pretty cool. I even have the sleeves for my magic deck still have it. But yeah, that was it for the convention day. Small anecdote was that I pushed my Nemesis almost across half a hall because I saw the Myth Cloth and I just had to have it because it was a real deal. But yeah, sorry guy for that. And well, that's it for the FAQs 2011 look back. I hope you like this. See you again in, or hear you again in the next Throwback Thursday. Leave a comment and everything what you like, and thanks for listening. Bye bye!